Hello and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our quiz class awards. Let us know how you ranked in the comments at the end. We will be looking at a whole bunch of different categories today, and here they are. And we will begin with cuisine for question number 1. I hope you're not hungry. Which popular Italian dish originated in Naples in the 18th century? Pizza, gelato, or risotto? Pizza. Which Indian dish is made with a mixture of spices, basmati rice, and marinated meat or seafood? Tandoori chicken, butter chicken, or biryani? Biryani. Which Japanese dish consists of raw fish sliced into thin pieces and served with soya sauce and wasabi? Sashimi, tempura, or ramen? Sashimi. Which Mexican dish is a corn tortilla filled with meat, cheese, and vegetables, and then folded and cooked? Enchilada, taco, or burrito? Taco. Which Chinese dish is made with stir-fried noodles, vegetables, and often meat or seafood? Lo mein, egg foo young, or dumplings? Lo mein. Which French dish is a rich sauce made with butter, cream, and cheese, served with eggs and toast? Bouillabaisse, coq au vin, or quiche Lorraine? Quiche Lorraine. Which Middle Eastern dish is made with ground meat and spices, served in a pita with tahini sauce and vegetables? Shawarma, hummus, or falafel? Shawarma. Which Spanish dish is a savory rice dish made with saffron, seafood, and vegetables? Empanada, gazpacho, or paella? Paella. Which Thai dish is a spicy soup made with coconut milk, lemongrass, and your choice of protein? Pad Thai, Tom Yum soup, or Massaman curry? Tom Yum soup. Which Greek dish is a salad made with tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, feta cheese, and olives, dressed with olive oil and lemon juice? Gyro, Caesar salad, or Greek salad? Greek salad. And let's move over to entertainment for question number 11. Which British rock band's 1975 album, A Night at the Opera, is considered one of the greatest albums of all time? Queen, the Rolling Stones, or Pink Floyd? Queen. Which American actress is known for her iconic roles in films like The Princess Bride and When Harry Met Sally? Meryl Streep, Sandra Bullock, or Meg Ryan? Meg Ryan. Which Indian film industry is known for producing elaborate musicals and dramas? Bollywood, Nollywood, or Collywood? Bollywood. Pikachu is a character from which Japanese video game series? Final Fantasy, Super Mario Bros., or Pokemon? Pokemon. Which South Korean pop group's 2017 song DNA broke multiple records and became a global phenomenon? Blackpink, BTS, or EXO? BTS. Which American author wrote the best-selling Harry Potter series? John Grisham, J.K. Rowling, or Stephen King? J.K. Rowling. She is a British author. That's a British author. Which British actor is known for playing iconic roles like James Bond and Indiana Jones? Harrison Ford, Daniel Craig, or Roger Moore? Harrison Ford. Which American sitcom is set in a coffee shop in New York City and features a character named Rachel Green? Friends, How I Met Your Mother, or The Big Bang Theory? Friends. Which French composer wrote the famous opera Carmen? Hector Berlioz, Georges Bizet, or Claude Debussy? Georges Bizet. Which Australian rock band's 1980 album Back in Black is one of the best-selling albums of all time? AC/DC, In Excess, or Men at Work? AC/DC. And let's move to sports. Which team won the Champions League in 2013? Real Madrid, PSG, or Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich. What is the length of a cricket pitch? 22 yards, 32 yards, or 12 yards? "22 yards." Who was the only player to win French Open 8 times? Venus Williams, Rafael Nadal, or Serena Williams? Rafael Nadal. What is the official distance of a marathon race? 24 miles and 385 yards, 26 miles and 385 yards, or 28 miles and 385 yards? "26 miles and 385 yards." Where was the 2016 Summer Olympic Game held? Rio de Janeiro, Johannesburg, or Beijing? And they were held in Rio de Janeiro. When was the first Olympic Winter Games held? 1923, 1924, or 1922? (1924). Where were the 2014 Olympic Games held? The Winter Olympics. Moscow, Sochi, or Kashmir? Sochi. Who holds the record of winning the highest number of gold medals in the Olympics? Usain Bolt, Rafael Nadal, or Michael Phelps? Michael Phelps. Who holds the record in 100 meters in the 100 meters race in the Olympics? Eliud Kipchoge, Usain Bolt, or Erwan Knighton? Usain Bolt. Who is known as the father of the modern Olympic Games? Pierre de Coubertin, Dimitris Vikelis, or Olympus? Pierre de Coubertin. And for question 31, what is the term for a disease caused by a virus or bacteria that is spread through a vector, such as a mosquito? Communicable disease, contagious disease, or vector-borne disease? Vector-borne disease. Which of the following is not a type of antibiotic? Aspirin, tetracycline, or penicillin? Aspirin. What is the name of the famous scientists who developed the first vaccine against smallpox? Robert Koch, Alexander Fleming, or Edward Jenner? Edward Jenner. Which disease is caused by a deficiency of vitamin C? Scurvy, pellagra, or rickets? scurvy? What is the term for a heart attack? Stroke, myocardial infarction, or angina pectoris? Myocardial infarction. Which of the following is a type of cancer that affects the bones? Leukemia, osteoarthritis, or multiple myeloma? Multiple myeloma. Who is the scientist who developed the chickenpox vaccine? Jonas Salk, Michiaki Takahashi, or Edward Jenner? Michiaki Takahashi. What is the name of the disease caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum? Syphilis, AIDS, or chlamydia? Syphilis. Which of the following is not a type of diabetes? Gestational diabetes, hypoglycemia, or type 2 diabetes? Hypoglycemia. Who is the British scientist who discovered the structure of DNA? Francis Crick, James Watson, or Charles Darwin? Francis Crick. And let's move to geography. For question number 41, which mountain range runs along the border between France and Spain? The Alps, the Pyrenees, or the Apennine Mountains? The Pyrenees. What is the world's largest waterfall by volume of water? Victoria Falls, Niagara Falls, or Angel Falls? Victoria Falls. What is the world's largest bay? The Hudson Bay, the Bay of Bengal, or Guantanamo Bay? The Bay of Bengal. Which city is the highest capital city in the world? Kathmandu, Nepal, Bogota, Colombia, or La Paz, Bolivia? La Paz, Bolivia. Which river flows through the city of Minsk, Belarus? Svizlak River, Dnieper River, or Vistula River? Svizlak River. What is the name of the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? Italy, Sicily, or Cyprus? Sicily. What is the name of the highest peak in the Andes mountain range? Ojos del Salado, Aconcagua, or Liliaco? Aconcagua. Which city is the capital of the Australian territory of Christmas Island? The Settlement, Flying Fish Cove, or Drum Site? Flying Fish Cove. What is the name of the strait that separates the continents of Asia and Africa? Bosphorus, Bab el-Mandeb, or the Suez Canal? Bab el-Mandeb. Which mountain range runs along the border between France and Italy? The Alps, the Pyrenees, or the Apennine Mountains? The Alps. Question 51, we'll begin with literature. Who wrote the epic poem, The Divine Comedy? Dante Alighieri, Petrarch, or Giovanni Boccaccio? Dante Alighieri. Which novel by Jane Austen begins with the line, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife"? Was it Emma, Sense and Sensibility, or Pride and Prejudice? Pride and Prejudice. Who wrote the play The Cherry Orchard? Anton Chekhov, Fyodor Dostoevsky, or Vladimir Nabokov? Anton Chekhov. Which novel by Gabriel Garcia Marquez tells the story of the Buendia family? Chronicle of a Death Foretold, 100 Years of Solitude, or The General in His Labyrinth? "100 Years of Solitude." Who wrote the poem The Wasteland? T.S. Eliot, Robert Frost, or Ezra Pound? T.S. Eliot. Which novel by Chinua Achebe tells the story of Okonkwo in colonial Nigeria? Ant Hills of the Savannah, Things Fall Apart, or Arrow of God? Things Fall Apart. Who wrote the play The Importance of Being Earnest? Oscar Wilde, Tennessee Williams, or William Shakespeare? Oscar Wilde. Which novel by Haruki Murakami follows the story of Toru Watanabe? Kafka on the Shore, 1Q84, or Norwegian wood? Norwegian wood. Who wrote the poem The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock? T.S. Eliot, Robert Frost, or W.B. Yeats? T.S. Eliot. Which novel by Toni Morrison tells the story of Seth and her daughter Beloved? Sula, Beloved, or The Bluest Eye? Beloved. And let's move over to science for number 61. Which molecule is responsible for carrying genetic information in cells? DNA, RNA, or proteins? DNA. What is the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy? Respiration, photosynthesis, or mitosis? Photosynthesis. Which organ is responsible for generating most of the energy for a cell through cellular respiration? Mitochondria, nucleus, or Golgi apparatus? Which organelle? Mitochondria. What is the scientific term for the study of the structure, behavior, and evolution of the universe? Astronomy, biology, or cosmology? Cosmology. Coma, nucleus, and a tail make up a comet, a meteor, or meteoroid? Comet. What is the term for the movement of water through a plant from the roots to the leaves and then released into the air as water vapor? Transpiration, evaporation, or respiration? Transpiration. Which type of ecosystem is characterized by a high level of rainfall, dense vegetation, and a diverse array of species? Tundra, rainforest, or grassland? Rainforest. What is the term for the process by which one species, often a predator, has a negative impact on the population size of another species? Predation, symbiosis, or competition? Predation. Which type of pollution occurs when excess nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus enter an ecosystem and cause an overgrowth of algae? Air pollution, water pollution, or eutrophication? Eutrophication. What is the term for the variety of species present in an ecosystem? Biodiversity, conservation biology, or ecological niche? Biodiversity. And let's move over to architecture. Which ancient city was known for its hanging gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world? Babylon, Ephesus, or Persepolis? Babylon. Who designed the famous cathedral in Florence, Italy? Michelangelo, Brunelleschi, or Raphael? Brunelleschi. What is the name of the famous mosque in Istanbul, Turkey, known for its 6 minarets? Blue Mosque, Basilica Cistern, or Topkapi Palace? The Blue Mosque. Which ancient city in Greece was known for its Parthenon temple? Olympia, Sparta, or Athens? Athens. Who designed the famous Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Spain? I.M. Santiago Calatrava, or Frank Gehry? Frank Gehry. What is the name of the famous ancient city in Jordan known for its rock-cut architecture? Aqaba, Petra, or Amman? Petra. Which architect designed the famous Falling Water House in Pennsylvania, United States? Walter Gropius, Le Corbusier, or Frank Lloyd Wright? Frank Lloyd Wright. What is the name of the famous tower in Paris built for the World's Fair in 1889? The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, or the Notre Dame Cathedral? The Eiffel Tower. Which ancient city in China was known for its terracotta warriors? Guangzhou, Xi'an, or Shanghai? Xi'an. Who designed the famous Sydney Opera House in Australia? Santiago Calatrava, Frank Gehry, or Bjorn Utzon? Bjorn Utzon. And we are moving over to languages for question 81. What is the most widely spoken language in the world? English, Spanish, or Mandarin Chinese? Mandarin Chinese. Which language uses the Cyrillic alphabet? Russian, Cantonese Chinese, or French? Russian. What is the official language of the European Union? English, German, French, or all of the above? All of the above. Which of the following is not a Chinese dialect? Tagalog, Mandarin, or Cantonese? Tagalog. What is the oldest known language still spoken today? Kannada, Sanskrit, or Tamil? Tamil. Which language is known for its melodic sound and musical intonation? Italian, French, or Portuguese? Italian. What is the official language of Brazil? Spanish, French, or Portuguese? Portuguese. What is the standard Chinese dialect in Beijing? Cantonese Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, or Taiwanese? Mandarin Chinese. Which language is spoken by the most people in Africa? Swahili, Arabic, or Dutch? Swahili. Which language is known for its complex writing system and hieroglyphics? Japanese, Egyptian, or Arabic? Egyptian. And let's go to history for question 91. Who was the leader of the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia in 1970? Vladimir Lenin, Vladimir Putin, or Mikhail Gorbachev? Vladimir Lenin. Which treaty was signed on November 11, 1918, ending World War I? The Treaty of Versailles, the Armistice of Compiègne, or the Treaty of Berlin? Armistice of Compiègne. Who was the President of the United States during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, or Calvin Coolidge? Franklin D. Roosevelt. Which event occurred on October 29, 1929, marking the beginning of the Great Depression? Industrial strike, economic recession, or stock market crash? Stock market crash. Which event occurred on July 14, 1789, marking the beginning of the French Revolution? The storming of the Bastille, the execution of King Louis the 16th, excuse me, or the rise of Napoleon? The storming of the Bastille. Who was the President of the United States during the American Civil War? Ulysses S. Grant, Abraham Lincoln, or George Washington? Abraham Lincoln. Which treaty was signed on December 24th, 1814, ending the War of 1812? The Treaty of Ghent, the Treaty of Versailles, or the Treaty of Berlin? The Treaty of Ghent. Who was the British Prime Minister during the Industrial Revolution? Robert Peel, Prince Albert, or Winston Churchill? Robert Peel. Which event occurred on September 17, 1862 during the American Civil War? The Battle of Chancellorsville, Battle of Gettysburg, or the Battle of Antietam? The Battle of Antietam. Question 100. During which battle did the U.S. suffer most casualties, the most casualties? Battle of Antietam, the Battle of Normandy, or the Battle of Gettysburg? The Battle of Antietam. And for our bonus question, in which European city did Adolf Hitler die? Let us know the answer in the comments, and of course how well you did with our quiz class Einstein rewards. We'd love to know. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.